Have you ever trusted someone so much that you shared your home, your food, even your bank account, without even realizing it? And then one day, you wake up to find out that the very person sitting across from you at dinner, the one laughing and joking like nothing's wrong, has been slowly bleeding you dry the entire time. This isn't tea about a lazy roommate who leaves dirty socks on the couch or skips their turn on dishes. No. This is about a thief, a liar, someone who thought they could outsmart me by stealing hundreds of dollars month after month. But what they didn't know is that I was, and about to just sit back and let it slide, because revenge, the kind that actually satisfies, it's not loud, it's calculated, it's humiliating. And in the end, it left my roommate with nothing but shame, and me with every ounce of justice I was owed. If you've ever wished you could watch karma slam into someone in real time, you're in the right place. Stick around, because the way this story unfolds will make you double-check every friend you let into your life. I was 22, fresh out of college, broke, but hopeful. You know that stage in life where you're eating ramen for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but you don't care because the world still feels wide open. That was me. Living alone wasn't an option. So when a friend of a friend said they knew someone looking for a roommate, I jumped on it. Rent was cheap, the apartment wasn't terrible, and honestly, I just needed someone to split the bills with. Enter Ryan. At first glance, Ryan seemed perfect. The guy had charisma, the kind that makes people laugh at his stories even when they're not that funny. He drove a nice little sedan, claimed he worked at a tech startup, and on day one he even paid his share of the rent in cash. Straight up, no hesitation. I thought, okay, this guy is solid. But you know how life has a way of showing you the cracks if you just look close enough. Yeah, those cracks showed up fast. It started small. Groceries disappearing faster than I could eat them. A carton of milk half gone overnight. Eggs, bread, even the leftovers I was saving for lunch. I'd ask Ryan about it and he'd laugh it off. Oh, my bad man, I thought that was mine. I'll get the next round. But somehow, next round never came. Then the bills started looking weird. Our Wi-Fi, which should have been around $50, suddenly spiked to almost $100. Ryan shrugged. Oh yeah, I had to upgrade the speed for work. Don't worry, I'll cover it next month. Guess what? He didn't. Still, I told myself it was fine. Roommates can be messy. Roommates can forget things. I convinced myself I was overthinking until one night, everything changed. It was a Thursday night, and I had just dragged myself home after a brutal double shift. My plan was simple: order greasy takeout, crash on the couch, and forget the world. But when I opened my banking app to check my balance, my stomach dropped. I was short. Not by $20, not by 50, by hundreds. I scrolled through the charges, heart pounding in my chest. That's when I saw them. Venmo transfers, dozens of them, all to Ryan. $40 here, $1.75 there, even $120 once, all with little notes. Utilities, rent split, groceries, except here's the kicker. I never sent him a dime. My hands were literally shaking as I kept scrolling. Page after page. Money I'd worked my ass off for, gone. And that's when the sick realization hit me. Ryan, my charming, funny, social roommate, had somehow gotten into my Venmo account. And for months, he'd been quietly draining me. Here's the thing. My first instinct was to scream. To storm into his room and blow up the entire apartment with accusations. But then I thought about it. If I confronted him right then, he'd just deny it. Delete evidence. Twist the story. Make me look paranoid. And I wanted more than an apology. I wanted him exposed. So instead, I got patient. Step 1, I called my bank. Froze the account. Opened a new one. Step 2, I set up transaction alerts. Now, every time money moved, my phone buzzed. Step 3, I dug deeper. Turns out, Ryan had logged into my Venmo from his laptop and saved the password. Amateur move. I had receipts. Every single shady transfer, sitting there in black and white. But here's where it got fun. I didn't stop him right away. I let him keep going. For 2 more weeks, Ryan strutted around like the king of the apartment, sending himself stealth payments, totally convinced I was clueless. Meanwhile, I was building a case, screenshot after screenshot, timestamp after timestamp, a mountain of proof, waiting for the perfect moment. And, oh, that moment came. It was a Saturday night, and Ryan decided to throw a party. And not just any party, a full-blown alcohol-drenched invite-everyone-no type of party. Funded, of course, with my money. People were packed into our living room, music thumped, beer bottles clinked. Ryan stood in the center like a celebrity host, soaking up attention. And me, I waited. Quiet, calm, because when you're about to drop a bomb, you want the room as crowded as possible. Finally, when the noise was at its peak, I grabbed the remote, turned down the music, and stood up. "Hey Ryan," I said, loud enough for everyone to hear. "Quick question. How much money have you stolen from me so far?" The entire room froze. Ryan's smile faltered. "What? Dude, what are you talking about?" That's when I pulled out my phone, hit a button, and mirrored the screen to the TV, and there it was. Page after page of Venmo receipts. Every single transfer. His name, his timestamp, his crime. Gasps, murmurs, whispers cutting through the silence. Ryan's face went from red to pale in seconds. He stammered something about a mistake, a misunderstanding. But no one was buying it because the proof was undeniable. And then I dropped the final hammer. "I've already reported this to my bank. And, by the way, financial fraud, that's a crime. So maybe start saving for a lawyer instead of another buyer." The party ended instantly. People scattered, leaving Ryan standing in the wreckage of his own humiliation. Within 24 hours, he was gone, packed up, vanished, leaving me the entire apartment. The bank refunded most of what he stole. And Ryan's precious tech startup job, yeah. HR doesn't exactly smile on employees caught committing fraud. He was fired. Word spread fast. Suddenly, no one wanted to live with Ryan. No one wanted to trust him. No one wanted him around. Last I heard, he was back living with his parents. Still unemployed. Still making excuses. Me, I got my money back. But more importantly, I got something better. Proof that karma, when helped along a little, has perfect aim. Here's what I learned. When someone wrongs you, anger feels good for about 5 seconds. But patience, proof, that lasts forever. Because the sweetest revenge isn't yelling at the thief. It's holding up a mirror so the whole world sees exactly who they are. Ryan thought he drained me. But in the end, I drained him of the one thing he couldn't replace, his credibility. And trust me, that's a debt he'll never pay back.